First off, start with all your supplies. Okay, let's start out by tracing the circumference of your visor onto a cardboard box or a piece of cardboard. Here's my feathers and a little razzle bedazzle dazzle. Now I'm just finishing up shaping my cardboard to my visor because I just want the brim of this hat to be cut out. When you're done, you'll be left with a moon-shaped piece of cardboard. Now time for the fun part. You're going to take your base line of feathers. This is going to be your background line of feathers. They're going to be aligned around the crescent piece of cardboard that you just cut out. As you can see, your girl chose black. So our color theme is going to be black, yellow, and green for the Jamaican flag. Me and my cousin Monica are arranging our feather color scheme differently, but we will still complement each other with our color scheme. Now that you have aligned your baseline of feathers how you want them to lay on your piece of cardboard, it is time to attach them with a hot glue gun. Be careful not to burn yourself. It is a special technique that you have to use. It was trial and error for me, but if you listen to this video, you won't have to go through the heartache that I did. So when you attach these feathers, you want to put the glue directly on the feather pieces, tips, and then attach it to the cardboard. Do not try to put the glue on the cardboard first and then attach the feathers. It just does not work well like that. And then I also followed up with another layer of hot glue on top of the feathers, as you can see. I found this technique to be a better way of securing the feathers. Okay, I'm back with further instruction. So now you're going to take your little visor hat and offset it a little bit from your cardboard piece. See how I have it here? Yeah, you see it. So make sure you offset that. This is more beneficial when you go to attach your visor to your actual cardboard piece with the glue. Also, it helps to make your headdress taller and bigger when you offset the cardboard piece from the visor. So now it's time to attach your focal color. As you can see, my focus color is green. Yes, it's popping. Monica's focal color is yellow on her headdress. Mine is green. So now that I've aligned those around the visor and gotten an idea of how I want it to look, now it is time for me to actually attach my visor to my top layer of feathers, which is connected to the little piece of moon cardboard. So now I'm just gonna take my hot glue gun and align the rim of the visor, and then I'm going to attach it to the piece of cardboard. Don't forget to keep in mind, you're going to offset this visor from the cardboard, so it's not going to lay directly on the feathers. It's going to lay a little below the feathers. Don't worry about it showing or nothing. That's not going to show. You're going to cover that up. So now I'm turning the hat around and I'm going to just fill in the spaces with more hot glue and put pressure on. Each time I add glue, I'm going to put pressure on it for about a minute, okay, to secure it and let it dry. Baby, listen to your A1. When I tell you that thing was tight, and secured, okay? When you're working with the hot glue gun, always keep something underneath just to make sure you know you're not getting glue on your property, especially if you don't have an official workstation. So now it is time for us to apply the second layer of feathers. Now this layer of feathers is going to be your focal layer or your focal color that you're going to use. So take advice from your A1. I've done a lot of trial and error with this. It actually took me longer than anticipated to make this headdress. So I've learned a few things along the way. When you are doing this, make sure you align your feathers the way you kind of want them arranged, and then you can glue them. Do not just go in and glue them right out. Now with this green, I started out trying to lay them like, you know, the regular direction that feathers go. No ma'am, it would not lay right, and I was not about to struggle with this hot glue gun, burning myself constantly trying to make it lay. So what I did is I turned the feathers, I flipped them, as you can see in the video, I flipped them on the back side and they laid better. And some of the stems were actually coming off too far, so I ended up clipping some of the stems from some of the feathers as well, just so that it wouldn't come past the brim of the hat, even though it's not gonna show, because once I add the feather trimming, it's gonna cover anything on this top part that may be unappealing to the eye. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was a little upset. I didn't want to put it inverted, but Sis T was like, feathers are meant to be wild. They go every which way direction. But to be realistic feathers don't just go one direction. They aren't just aligned perfectly. Feathers are wild. Feathers go everywhere. You can't go wrong laying your feathers. I said, good advice, Sis T. Good advice. So my advice to you is, if you think you're laying it wrong, you're not. If you think you're doing it wrong, you're not. You know why? Haven't you heard? Everybody's just so creative. This is the part where I began to decorate the rest of the headdress with some more detail by adding some smaller feathers, some yellow. Sis T has the big yellow feathers, so she's adding big yellow feathers on top of her green layer. I decided to do the little small yellow feathers to add a little more contrast and dimension to my headdress. This is how I wanted mine. Sissy, that is cute. It looks chapacala, yeah. Now that I've attached my yellow pieces with the hot glue gun, now it's time to add my top layer. My trimming, isn't it so pretty? So when you add this trimming, make sure you cut or measure it appropriately. You want to align it all the way down to the strap, not the Velcro portion, but the portion, the outer layer of the visor, the straps. You want your trimming to go all the way down so that when you put your headdress on, no white is showing, just the feathering, and it looks more professional. My poor Sis T ran out of yellow for her, so she had some white showing, but it still was beautiful. Now, when you add this trimming, you gonna glue it bit by bit. You ain't gonna just put glue on the whole thing and then try to add it. Glue it, add it, glue it, add it, glue it, add it. Okay? When you start to make your wrist and leg bands, make sure you leave a little room so that you can properly connect them. Okay, it's time for the leg bands. Now, I will recommend that you secure these feathers onto something more firm, maybe a little piece of cardboard or something. But I ran out of time, so I didn't have time to do that. All I did was connect these to the trimming and decorate them and hurry to go. Placing these along a little piece of cardboard or something will secure it and keep it from flopping forward and moving all around. Like my pieces were falling down and I kept having to readjust them. So to prevent that, attach the feathers onto something more secure along the back side of it. Okay, so my headdress needed a little more pizzazz, so I added a little more razzle dazzle to the front. I'm adding some more smaller feathers to add a little more character. Okay, so here I ran out of trimming, so I had to do what I had to do. I had to improvise because everybody's just so creative. Okay, so I just had to use what I had left, and it actually came out really nice. So it worked out well. Because one thing I was not going to do is go back to the stop for a third time. I bradizzled my brassiere and my panty a little bit. Okay, Sis T, come through. This is Sis T's. Look at what she did. I'm finally all done with my magnificent masterpiece. I am so happy and excited with my results. I did that.
Twerk it, twerk, twerk. A little something, yes.
Fuck earlier. Y'all missed the whole sun. Good.
Right.
Perfect timing. Like, it's
Right.
Not need.
I cannot carry on the way I want to carry on if people stop me short. I apologize, but up next we have program. We already
yes, I'm going to turn it down some notch, right? them run time. Anybody that loves it? Put your hands to the air next to it. Put your hands to the air. Put your hands. Put your hands. Put your hands.
You sure the one especially sexy one?
Yes, ma'am.
But the ladies say,
Chicken empanada. Yes, please.
Nada!
Thank you.
Nada! Put everything up in the air. 1, 2, 3. This side here. Only have more energy than them. Everybody put your rag in the air. Flag in the air. We're ready.
Go on the road, alright, don't worry. Don't worry. But I got
Yeah, over here. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Masqueradas. Look, before I leave, let me see a tidal wave. Let me flag in the air. Come in, come here, man. Smack, smack. Hey, hey, hey. I love you, Tampa. One more wave before I go. One more. Come in, come here, man. I love you. I want you to know that y'all are the most beautiful thing that God has ever created. You understand? Your melanin don't need no additives. You don't need no products. You just naturally beautiful. If you're a beautiful Caribbean woman, make some noise.
She got the Carmen San Diego. Tippy toe. That's my boo Shantira. We go where the fuck we at. That's a twerk him. Go ahead. Wanna twerk him? Twerk. That's my other half right there.
This concludes my Carnival vlog. Thank you for watching AJ's One in a Trillion channel. Peace.